morning, happy Halloween. So have the lovely Tracy in, and there's a reason I've done this video today. She is a nail biter. She's been coming to me for 4 months, and we've managed to get her nails to this length. I originally sculpted because Tracy had very short nails, and we decided today she wants to try. She's managed quite well with this length, so she wanted to try a different shape. She wanted to go for a tapered square, so we decided to remove this set and do her a brand new set. And as we were taking her nails off, she has a couple of problems that you have probably come across yourself. So I'm not here to point these things out to make it sound like I'm an expert. I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my thought processes as I'm doing this set of nails, so that you can see that I'm just like you guys. I panic just like you guys. I worry just like you guys. So we are coming in first of all, and we are going to remove all of the acrylic. So to do this, I'm using the extra coarse velvet from Nail Supplies. I have this on full speed, and I take as much of the colour off. I'm just tickling it over. Have sped this this video up because it's quite long anyway. So I just get off as much colour as I can, and I will go through what I was thinking when I was doing it. So taking the colour off, it's all coming off really well. Her thumb especially, she has really nice thumbs, which unusually for a nail biter. I find that they tend to take off their thumbs first, but not in this case. She has very nice thumbs. So we're just tickling all of that colour off. I will then go back and start cutting down the length, because we're not keeping the natural length on these. We are giving her a brand new set of tips. I only realised we were doing tips at this point. So we get to this finger, cut them down, and as I'm taking her acrylic off, I realised that on her ring finger, we had two issues. On her ring finger, she has a split in her nail, which goes vertically up one side. So get the thumb, wipe all the dust off, and we then wrap with acetone. So I use hair foils because it's the right width, so I don't have to faff around ripping it a couple of different ways or cutting it up. And big mistake if you use hair foils, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's easy. I got swayed by purple hair foil and didn't think about the fact that when you use acetone, that means you're going to transfer the purple onto your client's fingers and your own fingers and anywhere else you might touch. But you know, it looks pretty. It's Cadbury's purple. Shan't make that mistake again. So cut my pad up into 4 pieces, soak it in acetone, and wrap. Nice and easy. You can get different widths foil as well. This one, I bought one that's a little bit too long, so next time I'll buy a slightly thinner width. But it does the job very well. So we just wrap her up like a turkey. Once she's had that on, she will have that on for 10 minutes. So let's talk about Tracy. She is a nail biter. She has caused some damage to her nails, but she's done very well. We did an original sculpted set, and since then we have just redesigned, and we've just replaced 1 or 2 nails as she's lost them. It can be difficult because it's a little harder for them to keep their nails on. So I do a nail biter program. They come the first time, they then come back 2 weeks later. If they've done well, nails are staying on, we then make their next appointment 3 weeks later. So we just work on it. So wait 10 minutes, make them a cup of tea, come back. You can scrape the majority of that acrylic off because we've took the bulk off with the e-file, and you can then use nail file to remove any loose product. So as you can see on this little finger, her free edge grows up one side higher than the other. It could be a natural thing, it could be because she bites her nails, but she's got those bits missing on each side. So I rewrap that one because there's a tiny bit of acrylic left on there still, and I know by the time I get back to that hand, once I finish the other one, it will be ready. So start taking the acrylic off on this finger and notice this split, and it literally, it's like a piece of skin. So I didn't know if it was a hangnail, didn't know if it was her nail that split, but as we're taking the acrylic off, you can see it. And I point it out to her, and it was at that point that I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to pull that. We freeze frame in a minute and you'll see it. There we go. So you can see, I think it's her natural nail. I think it's a split that goes up her nail and it's grown out as her nails have grown. I didn't want to pull it, so I decided to get the acrylic off first, and I then come back in and use, there you go, I'm explaining it to her. I then decide to use cuticle nippers to nip that off, and I figured if I used a tip, we could put it across there and we could encourage that nail then to grow out. That's what I was thinking. And I was, at this point, I'm like, oh bugger, okay, what do I do? Let's go with that. Start taking a middle one off and realise that, you know, she's got quite a bit, it's quite short. She broke this one last time. So again, you know, she hasn't got a lot of free edge there, but she's got a lot more nail bed than she had. So do you know what? Let's go with tips, because I can put them, she's got enough length there now, we can get away with it. And it's going to give her an added little bit of support while those nails grow a little bit more. So I carry on, take the acrylic off on all the other fingers. I don't think I had to wrap the middle one because all that acrylic had come off, so I didn't rewrap that one. So that's the thinking behind me doing tips. It was like, okay, let's do tips because we may be able to encourage that nail to grow out. It could be from where she's bitten her nail. She freely admitted she always bites up the side of her nails. But we're not doctors. If you're in any doubt, don't put anything back on it. Don't. The integrity of the nail was good. There isn't any signs of, you know, infection or anything like that. It is just a split in the nail. I will say she has lovely thumbs. She does. For a nail biter, she has very nice thumbs. And I enjoyed doing those. So by the time I'd got it to the end of this hand, the other hand, sorry, I then go back to that first finger again. And then I will prep. Now you will see, I'm prepping as I'm going as well. So I'm etching lightly. I'm not going rigorously. It is sped up. So just rewrap that thumb to make sure that we're getting it all off, because I don't want any old acrylic left on there at all. Back to that little finger. So coming in, pushing the cuticle back as per usual, making sure I'm going down the body. Look at all that. Because we want to expose as much nail as we can. So come in and etch. Tidy up that free edge. I wanted to leave a little bit of free edge, but you can see on this one as well, her nail goes up one side slightly. So back to that troublesome finger. And it's at this point that we start to see where the split is. So I made the decision to leave a little bit more free edge on one side and sort of level it off. And then I just come in with my cuticle nippers and I just nip that bit away. Don't want to do any more than that. I don't want to touch it. You know, we want that to grow down. So I would imagine it's probably split where she's chewed it along the side, and as it's grown down, the nail split. So just file that round and then leave it alone. Because, you know, we'll keep an eye on it. Good reason for using a clear base so that you can see as it grows out. You know, it might be that that is what her natural nail does and she just doesn't know because she's not really ever seen it. So yeah, just coming in and etching, making sure we've got no shiny stuff. Now the thing to remember when you're doing a remove and redo is that if you wrap their nails and you get all your acrylic off and then you take a break for whatever reason, or you know they go to the toilet, you've got to re-dehydrate as well, because it's that quick. to get those oils back on that nail, so just bear that in mind. So on this one, same again, I'm using a pretty bluntish file to do this with, so just smoothing that around. So the main issues of that split, and the middle finger is quite square and the cuticle is quite hard, so I did as much, but they look much better than they did when she first came to me. You know, these things do not happen overnight. So yeah, this is my normal prep method. So just getting the rest of it. So you just had a little thin layer of acrylic left on that some. I do like this cuticle pusher, I have to say. The angle works really well for me. And I would love navy Pro Tools. Can't afford them. Not at the minute. There'll be a treat next year. Next year. But to be fair, it's a really good one. So I got the cuticle pusher from Glitter Planet. So just rounding that nail off, make sure we've got a nice space to put our tip on. And then cuticle work. So coming in with that skittle bit, nail dot supplies. That comes in, it lifts up and just removes any dead skin, dead tissue off that nail plate. It's a fab bit, I love it. I have this on around a speed 3. It's very low speed. And we just go around all of those. So already these nails are looking so much better. So just get that off. And then once I have done with the skittle bit, I then put my cuticle ball bit on. I don't remember where I got the cuticle ball bit from. I think it's from Nail Dot Supplies, but I'm not sure. I might have got it from CJP. But they're the same company, they work together, so either or. So the ball bit is gentle enough to go over the skin, it just tidies up any hard skin on that cuticle. If you are confident with a cuticle tool or scissors or whatever, then you know, go ahead and use them. I'm not, so I don't, well, not yet anyway. So just spraying them all over with cleanser, using my trusty Teresa to brush all of that dust off. And we then fit her with tips. So I used Tracy Lou's tapered square tips. I applied those to all of the nails, shaped them, blended the wings in, and we are then ready to go. So I just came in with CJP Prep Spray Plus. And I'm now coming in with my brush on dehydrator. So all 5 nails as usual. And I will then re-dehydrate before each nail. Trying to work with a slightly drier bead on this clear base because I'm trying to get as long out of people's nails as possible. I'm on a mission now. Most of my clients, the biggest majority of my clients, go at least 3 weeks. Some of them go 4, and there are a handful that can go longer, which I don't advise, obviously. So 3 weeks for me was my goal, because that's a good amount of time. You know, we advise 2 to 3 weeks for infills, so you know, I'm happy with that. However, my nails, as you can see, are still on beautifully. They are out of shape. You know, I've filed the whiskers off. I've never had nails on for longer than 3 weeks. So today is 3 weeks and 1 day, and they are solid. Love them. So I'm at that point, I need to infill them because the colour gap's bugging me, but can't be bothered. So this first bead goes on. We're doing a glitter slice. I'm using Honey Pearl by CJP. First bead goes on, come in with me cotton, cut that across, whip it off, tidy up the edge, come in with my second bead. You can do this with one bead. I just like to get that first one on and get my shape on there. So get it all tucked in. I'm sitting there. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good video. You know, I've got full prep on a nail biter. Yes, something I haven't done yet. It's all going well, Sam. Oh, let's do the glitter finger next, because it's the next door one. And for whatever reason, I didn't keep my finger underneath that middle finger. So I'm sitting here merrily putting my little base on the cuticle, and then my glitter, and then at some point I squished that bloody nail bed on the middle finger, and I don't realise until I finish doing this nail that I've squashed the nail bed. You'll see in a second. So clumsy. Why on earth, you could see it just there, why on earth did I not have my fingers under a middle finger as well? Never done that before. So get the glitter on, all goes really well. This glitter is Rose, Vintage Rose from Glitter Planet. Not used it for a while. Beautiful. Very good coverage. So get that on nice and neat, and then I notice, look at that. What the hell? So shit. Bloody shit. So I pick up another little bead of acrylic and we just touch that corner up, but it then means that that's not ready then for me to put the glitter on, which was what the plan was. Get that done first. So tidy it up. Now it looks a little bit odd. So I then go to the other nails. So the other nails are purely CJP's Honey Pearl. We wanted to keep these quite simple. She's coming back in December to have hand painted Santa nails. So we knew we could do that over the top with gel polish. So yeah, just come in. So nothing really major. So because I did that with the finger, it's that simple. It's that simple. Now what annoyed me most of all with this set is I only had this lady in yesterday. I had a nice quiet day yesterday, got my food shop done, got some sorting out done, cleaned up my corner because it gets a bit messy, and it was all going well. And I've got a nail biter who's having tips for the first time, great video, and it all goes tits up. So carrying on. See, I've got my finger under there then. So just think about where you're putting your fingers when you're doing stuff like this, because I clearly didn't. The other thing I didn't do on this set, I didn't cap the Honey Pearl. You don't need to, it's a strength powder. I decided not to. But yeah, not sure what happened yesterday. Do you know what? Main thing is, they came out okay. They came out all right. One hand looked absolutely lovely. The other hand, this hand, was a bit meh. But yeah, that's it. I always start with the left hand first, and the right hand first, because I work from that in that order. And on this occasion, to be fair, most of my clients, their left hand always goes better. But I can't work the other way, and I can't record from that side either because my hand gets in the way. So yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, we go back, we file that edge just to make it nice and sharp. You can already see this looks a little wide. Thumb, first bead goes on, not too bad. This one actually went really well. I think the consistency was good, a little bit thick on the end there. So at this point it's like, oh, got a bit too much product on there, let's take that away. Better. So first bead goes on, so I finish that thumb, and I then cap my glitter finger and that middle finger. I didn't leave any of the filing in on these because it's quite a long video, but I have left you a photo at the end. I just wanted to put this one on to show you that, sometimes you have a lot to work with, you have a lot to contend with. So thank you very, very much for watching, not working, although I'm sure you are working. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers, and for those of you that are giving me likes. It really helps me know what content you want, and I will be back very soon, hopefully with a much better set. But check out that glitter encapsulation, because I was really proud of that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm off to get dressed and start my day. Have a good one. See you all soon. Bye bye.